I'm totally immortal.
Ta-da!
I don't
Hi,
remember
everybody.
that coming up.
That's such a cool
I'll
intro.
remind people of the things. It'll come up in the recap that we'll do in just a moment. Hello, everyone.
you.
Welcome to this evening's session of Galitaia. No. Before we go ahead and get started with the recap and the session itself, does anyone have any announcements?
Damn it, John!
Double yawns, impressive.
Yep.
Well done, team.
I muted my mic from.
I am still awesome, but more tired.
Same,
So there's that.
because I have a job and I have to be to work tomorrow at noon.
Yay, job!
Yay.
He got this job! They took their derbs!
Anyway, any other announcements?
Saturday game that
Yep.
Mike was only there for half of on Saturday.
Rude, bro.
But I made it.
Yep. It was cool. Metal God channel. Not sure if here, but it's there.
They usually show up a little later, I think.
Which I might still be in. I'm not entirely sure. Depends on what my work schedule is.
Fair. All right. I do have an announcement. So next week, on this very program, this very game, Dungeon Crawls will be doing a dice giveaway. For those active in the chat. So, come back and see us again real soon, y'all. You might
Come
get
back.
something out of it
I'm
besides
back now, you
excellent
hear?
entertainment and superb Dungeons and Dragons action. Also, hashtag jokes.
And puns.
Definitely fun. Good luck.
It's actually a really good stealth check.
This is good, especially for a cleric. Dang, he's never gonna roll that again.
Nope. Even with disadvantage, that's pretty good. 17
Yeah.
and an 18.
Literal actual never. Yeah.
Yeah. Cool. Any other
Wait a
messages,
minute.
anybody?
Oh, that's performance. I'm like,
Suppress.
I was wondering what the hell just happened. Like, I went from his 19, which was 18 plus 1, and I went from the 19 to the 18, but you did performance, so it was locked onto year 14. And I'm like, wait a minute. How the hell did he get an how did he get an 18 with a 4 on with a 5 on a dice? That doesn't make any sense.
I was similarly confused.
Well, the good news is
Anyway.
my animal handling sucks as. The other good news is it has never once come up in this entire game.
Now it will.
Yeah, now I'm waiting for it.
Never had something. That's not true. I'm pretty sure you guys have rolled animal handling on like at least a horse or something at some point.
I don't remember if we even had.
Perhaps. I don't know.
I don't remember.
Maybe.
I
maybe not.
don't remember ever using it. It's like the least useful skill ever. And I appreciate that they included at least one skill in this game that is never.
To be
gonna
honest,
come
I
up.
think in certain campaigns, animal handling would be
Oh,
quite
it would be
useful.
super useful.
And for certain
Oh, yeah.
character archetypes, it's just none of that's really come up here, and you guys' characters aren't particularly animally. Oh, I know. You guys rolled animal handling to catch Fluffernutter.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, I was
probably.
not involved in that.
Technically,
I stood at the back
Alana
and
did.
laughed.
Yes, but animal handling was rolled.
Yeah,
Okay.
rolled by
Take it
someone
back.
currently not in the game anymore.
I think someone else tried to roll it first, and I let her do it second. Probably
Well, it
Zarn,
was
actually.
Mike.
Yeah, it was
I
probably
I feel like
Zarn.
Mike probably did it first, yeah.
Zarn was trying to make a perception check to find something. He rolled a 1. You said you find a rabbit. He wanted
That's
to make
right.
it a pet. Failed. Alana got it, handed it to Zarn, and thus Fluffernutter's origin story is complete.
Yes, indeed. Did you know that there's still a Fluffernutter command in the Twitch chat?
Is there really?
What?
There is.
And so there
Wow.
should be.
Neat.
Jeez, Mike. Mike!
Sit your ass
Well,
down.
See, this is why if you never turn the cameras on, you never worry.
Mike, if you're gonna go get pie in the middle of the game, you have to share it with me.
Sorry.
Yes, sure.
He's like, I'm not listening.
He's like, too bad.
Sorry. Sorry about
Bye-bye.
that.
Cool. Any more announcements before we go ahead and move on into the recap? I'm taking your silence as an
Just
aggressive
dead
no.
silent.
Mike and John
Cool.
might fall asleep
Hard.
halfway through the game, but other than that, no.
I'm trying.
So, we'll go ahead and get started with our recap then, shall we? So, in the last session,
That's good recap music.
the party had just finished fighting off some baddies that they learned were sent or originated from at least the service of the Grinning Skull. After doing so as part of a fight, a large-scale battle occurring in the water plane, the party made their way to discuss some things with Bree's father, Captain Finnan of the Corabel, who they had found in the water plane, or who they were actually searching for in the water plane. I will murder the Roll-20. Anyway,
It's too bad.
after having a conversation and Finnan explaining to Bree the pact that he had made with this being called Sek Orroth, and the sort of his reasons for doing so, and explaining to Bree why she was always stuck on the ship and why he had left her behind and dropped her off the ship a couple of years ago, sort of without warning. He eventually dropped the party off after a few days of travel in a portion of the water plane just above the undersea layer of Sek Orroth itself. The party swam, diving deep, using a boon granted apparently by Sek Orroth to breathe underwater and swim freely. They made their way into Sek Orroth's undersea cavernous lair, where a discussion was held and a deal was struck. In exchange for the freedom of Finnan and his entire crew, Bree agreed to serve Sek Orroth for eternity, never aging, never dying of age, in exchange for power. And, of course, the freedom of her father and his crew. As an initial test, shall we say, Bree was assigned with cleansing the contagion in the water plane, the poison that the totem that they had protected previously was holding back from spreading further. They were told that this poison, they were told by others that this poison was centered on a sunken, deceased dragon turtle, which had once been one of the closest semblances to land on the water plane, and now appears to be the epicenter of this poison. Additionally, Sek Orroth explained that its goals at the moment were to drive back the invaders from the water plane, the interloper among interlopers, as it were, who it was determined after some conversation to be the Grinning Skull, who Zarn, of course, and the rest of the party has been angling for anyway. And Sek Orroth was able to explain to them some additional information about the Grinning Skull's ascension, including the presence of 4 artifacts: the empty space, the balanced lever, the unfillable bowl, and the unmelting ice, which are the keys.
We all got really angry for a split
Yeah,
second.
which are the keys to accessing God's realm, as developed by the mortal who would become the Grinning Skull ages ago. And so, deal struck, information gathered, the party made their way out of the lair and surfacewards to return to the Corabel and the Skull's ruin for conversation and a trip to, an eventual trip at least, to the poisoned sector of the water plane. And so, the four of you swimming upwards through the water, it takes about 45 minutes to get back up. That's the same amount of time it took you to get in. And now the animals which before ignored you, the various creatures in the water, now do not ignore you, but it's strange. There's almost a sense of reverence or perhaps fear. You're not certain. Some of both, maybe.
Ooh. Interesting.
You all make your way and break the surface not too far away from where the ships are. What do you do?
We get on our own ship and we hightail it out of there.
As soon as I break water, actually, from the time we've been swimming until now, I have not stopped giving the angriest glare at Bree.
45 minutes? That's impressive.
Yeah, yep, the whole swim up, just glaring. And
All right, fair enough.
Yeah, as soon as we break the water, what the hell are you thinking?
What the hell am I thinking? You've done
that's
it.
Pretty a straightforward question, to be perfectly honest.
You did it with the hag.
Yeah, but this is different.
How?
I promised your dad I would keep you safe.
Well, he can't keep me safe. You sure can't.
Wow. You know what? Okay. Bloop. I just go back underwater again.
No. You're taking that the wrong way.
I go right underwater. Bloop.
Gonna bloop down after him.
Going out there. No, she's...
Fine. I'm not telling him.
Or do you want to like swim over towards the ladder?
Yeah,
Maybe it's just,
Carter
like,
wouldn't have
paddling-
stayed behind to listen to Czar, and he would have gone straight to the ship.
paddling towards our ship. More specifically.
Yeah.
Actually, I think that's the only one there, right? We did, or did we
Nope.
leave
Both
our
ships
ship
are there.
behind? Okay.
Nope. What
Thought we had left ours behind for some reason. That makes sense.
Nope.
Then I
That
will
would
start
be
paddling over
a
towards
poor
our
choice
ship.
here in this water plane that in most places has nowhere to anchor your ship.
Yeah, no, I just meant I thought that for some reason we had to be on the corridor the whole time.
Oh no.
Like I thought that was.
You guys had been
Okay,
like
got
sort
it.
of switching back and forth and borrowing crew and stuff so that you
Right,
interact
that's what we
with
were
each
doing.
other.
Okay, yep, everything's fine. And then I am swimming back towards our ship, which I feel much more comfortable with.
Okay, so Norna and Carter swimming back towards their ship. Bree and Zarn, you guys are what, making angry gestures at each other underwater, or what's going on?
I'm like,
Just
Cleaning
glowing at each
up.
other.
I use shape water to just pelt water balls at her underwater.
I'll let him hit me. Gonna stand there and let him hit me.
I use the try and a fish command to have a small fish nibble at her to annoy her.
Cut it out.
What's the saving throw on the trident?
I think it's 15. Let me just double check. Let me see. It
Oh,
is.
never mind. I rolled a natural 2. It doesn't matter.
Yeah! Yeah, it's 15. Something like, just bite her toes or something.
A minnow
Feels
Uh,
like a
begins
massage.
begins nibbling on your boot. Your bunny boots, in fact.
Yeah, you like that? Yeah. You think about what you've done. And I swear.
I'm gonna keep looking at
And
him.
it sounds.
And I resurface, and I wait for her to resurface again. I'm like, I'm not telling your dad.
I'll bet you if you control water to a sphere of air around your head, you could probably talk.
It wouldn't escape the sphere of air.
It would be like talking at somebody who's underwater. You could like. Anyway, that's
Zarn, I'll tell my dad part of it.
Fine. I swim
You don't
back.
have to. You're not responsible for me. Don't you swim away from me.
Too late! I'm swimming! Can't catch me! I have a swim speed of 30.
So do I.
Damn it!
Nord and Carter are just like backpedaling, like casually backstroking towards the ship
Yep.
at like 10 feet per.
I'm gonna grab a hold of him while he's
No!
swimming away. Said you did it with the hag, and I was mad at you.
Well, now I'm
I
mad
get
at
it,
you.
So I get that you're mad at me. I get it.
You know, you being understanding is really killing this whole anger thing. All right.
And I was mad at you for months. I wanted to die then there rather than you do that choice, so I get it.
Well, like, now you owe it to,
We
like...
all did.
You owe your life to some, like, thing now.
Yeah, I know, but my dad's free and the whole ship, and I love them more than anything, Zarn. You'd have done the same thing. Don't tell me you wouldn't have.
He did.
Shut up! You weren't there!
I heard about it.
Yeah, no, he's not a point. You definitely did.
Shut up! I'd make fishes go bite them.
That actually feels okay.
It's a weird spot treatment, actually.
Especially because I am completely covered in, like,
Yeah.
fully outfitted in studded leather. And hey, wait a
Fish
minute.
attempts to nibble
I
to your
could-
sea hydra hide. It does not succeed.
I just walk up to the surface and walk on the surface of the water with the fish again. Oh, I forgot I could do this. I'm just gonna walk casually over to
God. All right, let's get back on the ship then.
which
Don't be mad.
I'm
You've
not.
done it too.
I'm not mad. I'm just disappointed.
I
Don't
hate
say
you
that.
right now. Which ship are we going up?
We're going back to ours. I'm not going on that ship.
I'll go to that ship.
Fine. Damn it! Fine, I'll go with you.
You don't have to. I can go.
No, I'll go.
I'm gonna follow them, but be dancing the whole way.
It's not like he's gonna kill me. Hopefully.
No, he's gonna kill the rest of us.
No.
So are we getting on the ship and then taking the ship to the Corabelle, or are you two just gonna swim there?
Well,
pretty
they're next to
close
each other, aren't they?
Wouldn't be able to swim.
What did you say, Quans?
They're pretty close to each other. It's not like it's a lot more distance to swim.
Okay.
Man, I'm just
Okay, so who's going where exactly?
I'm going to the Corabelle.
Carter's going to the Skull's Ruin.
I'm following the other two going to the Corabelle, and just like
Okay.
walking backwards on the water at full speed and just pretending like I'm rowing.
Everybody's got the ability to do water stuff. Carter does not. He's gonna hang out on the driest land possible.
You can have
You
like
can
one
still
of my
breathe
boots, and then we can both
underwater.
just hop on the water.
Be like a three-legged boot race, where we're like clinging to each other, like my left and or like my right and your left, and we just hop like that.
Magical items that come in pairs only work if both pairs are being used. or
Look, we
both
can
items are being
dream.
used.
All
That's
right?
how they
Let
work.
us have this. Let us have this.
Anyway, so the three of you, Carter, you go back to the Skull's Ruin and climb up. There are a few crew members, including Gal and Ron, just sort of holding down the fort, as it were, making sure the ship doesn't capsize or sail away on its own in the storm at the moment that is currently present. It is a storm section of the calm storm cycle here. So the other three of you make your way to the three of you make your way to the ship, to the Corabelle. Sorry.
There you go.
And climb up the. Sorry, no, I got a notification on my screen that threw me off.
Oh, okay.
The other three of you make your way up to the Corabelle, climbing one of the ladders. And as you do, three of you see on the ship several crew members, I should say, who you've all become, passingly familiar with at least. And Finnan, who is near the ladder, who you get the impression as you come up has been sort of waiting for you guys to climb up, just sort of watching after you guys surfaced. And he's standing there with his arms crossed in front of him and his gaze sort of cast slightly downward. His halfling stature a little shorter than you saw him before, seemingly, as he's sort of slouched forward. Make a perception check, the three of you.
Super quick while we're rolling these. Did we know that he would know?
You
talking
don't,
about it,
you
but I
don't
don't
know
remember
that for
talking about
sure. I don't believe it was.
Okay.
All of you notice he had 2 rapiers before. They're gone now.
Oh.
Okay.
And he looks up as you guys sort of approach or climb onto the ship. And he looks straight at you, Bree. What did you do? What did you do?
Well, not much. I mean, apparently I have a brand new squid daddy, so that was interesting.
Bree, the power's it's gone. My power is gone, which is fine. I don't care about that. I'm glad of it, but it means that you did something. What happened?
Well, we had a chat. And it occurs to me that you've really been keeping an awful lot away from me. You know, like, for the one thing, you know, like, I should never have been born, there's that whole thing. That I only exist because of old Squid Daddy down below.
That's not true, Bree. That's not accurate. No, you're right. We didn't mean to have a child, but that doesn't mean that you never should have been born. You're the best thing that's ever happened to me, Bree, and your mother as well.
Yeah, but I shouldn't have even been there because she should have been dead. And I know what you said to me before you left. You think I don't listen to you, but the last thing you said to me was to don't do anything rash and don't repeat your mistakes. But this is how I see it. You said you made a mistake, but if you hadn't, then I wouldn't even exist. So really that makes me a mistake too, because I should never have been born. That thing is bizarrely my parent in some way too. So now I got new powerful squid dad going on down there. Aren't I lucky one? But if it makes you feel better, I did tell it to fuck off. But I know you didn't want me to do anything. But just because you don't want me to do something doesn't mean that what I ended up doing wasn't the right and the best thing to do. I mean, honestly, when have you ever known me not to be rash? And also, I'm just going to interject this here right now. Zarn kind of holds himself responsible for what I did. But you know me well enough to know that he didn't have a chance in hell of stopping me. And everybody's mad at me. All my friends are mad at you. You're mad at me. So you can just take a number and stand in line.
I'm not mad at you, Bree. I'm frightened for you.
I wouldn't change
I'm
anything.
afraid.
I'm also with him. I'm not actually mad at you. I'm just worried this is going to get weird.
Dad? If that
Yes.
thing had said to me, I want to take your life and take it away from you, you should never have been born and I'm going to make you cease to exist, but he'd have let you and the Korabal go, I'd have said yes. I wouldn't have even thought about it. You mean everything to me. You and the crew, you're everything. And then the thought of you only being able to go ashore 4 days in 1,000, that makes me sick. And now you can.
But at what cost, Bree? I never enjoyed this. I never wanted this, but in exchange for you taking my place?
Yeah. And it won't ever bother you again. Me versus all of you. And all my friends are free and clear. It's only me. And I've got a little more control over my power now. Couple little minor perks. And because of old Squid Daddy being in my veins there, I can go on land whenever I want. So it's a better deal than what you had. And we have to clear out the scourge in the poison section.
Wait, what?
You know, the poison section in the water plane. We're gonna go clean that up. We've run across it on land before. We do it anyway.
It's true. We dealt with it a long
That's
time
been... That poison has been spreading for nearly 2 years, Bree.
We'll get it.
Man, that's gonna be a really big
God. Oh god. And you can see he's sort of got his sort of fingers pinching the bridge of his nose, and he looks like visibly ill. Like before he just seemed like scared and upset, and now after you mentioned the poison section, he looks legitimately nauseous.
I mean, and he had all sorts of information that we needed regarding the grinning skull. So that was really helpful, actually.
Well, you can't take it back now.
No, he was pretty quick on the done.
Yeah, but you both were.
Bree.
I didn't have a choice.
Yes, you did, Bree. You always had the choice. I did everything I could in my power to always give you a choice that I didn't have.
Well, I couldn't walk away knowing what I know. I couldn't live with that on my soul, Dad.
You
And
know,
that thing piloting Gal.
if I may, Bree did have a choice, and she made her choice. We don't like it, but it's the choice she made.
Or just sort of points over to yeah, that's accurate.
It was the best choice. One for a whole bunch of people. One who should never even exist in the first place versus everybody else.
Also, if I could just throw in here, this is basically what we do. Just don't think that she did this with no experience. We do this at a disturbing frequency. Disturbing to me, not generally. They're all okay with it. I just can't with them.
Hey. Right. Alright. Bree Underbow.
Yes?
You have more of your mother than you can possibly imagine. I love you.
I love you too.
And you wouldn't be you if you weren't such an idiot sometimes. God.
It was the right thing to do. It was the only thing to do.
I don't think you'll ever convince me of that, Bree.
I don't know, Ron really doesn't like it down here.
Neither do I. Neither do any of us.
And now you don't have to stay here.
So, can I interject
welcome.
another quick thing in here? The thing was willing to trade all of you for one person. It's got a pretty high opinion of that one person. He's not going to throw away 30 of you for one person that he thinks is going to go and get killed. He's playing the long term here. I would have a lot of faith in this.
Right. No, that's rational. That is rational. All right. Okay.
However, I do want to let you know you're never having grandkids.
That's fine with me.
You can
They would have always been your choice anyway.
Well, I mean, I just couldn't, in good conscience, have kids that were tied to that thing.
You could take on some kind of, apprentice.
God damn it.
What? Every
A
good
sorcerer's
warlock needs an
apprentice?
Yeah, it'll be fine. You can make him clean up after you.
Anyway. Alright. Well then, what can we do, Bree, before we leave this godforsaken...
You know what I think you should do? I
What?
think you should have a party.
I'll be honest. We might, but not now. I am not in the mood now.
Don't be mad at me, please.
I'm not mad at you, Bree. You did what I would have done for you, what I did do for your mother.
I mean, one for all of you. It's a small price.
Bree. You see it as a small price, because you've always undervalued yourself. To me, nothing is worth you, and nothing ever will be. You're my child, Bree, my only child, and the only child I will ever have. Nothing is worth as much as you are.
Yeah, but you can kiss land when you get on it. I mean, when was the last time you were on land? When Mom died?
No, there were a few times. Well, we were together. The times that you came, and I was with you. The last time I was on land was when I said goodbye to you, Bree.
Oh, right. Which kind of sucked. You knew that day was gonna come.
I didn't at the time. Until it happened. I really didn't.
You didn't suspect it was gonna come and find me at some point?
I worried, but I didn't suspect, no.
It's the way it's gotta be.
It's certainly the way it is now.
You know,
And I'll
there's
do
no
the
going back
best
and
with
changing
that
it.
as I can, as I always have. Bree. Alright. What can we do for you before we leave?
I don't think you have to do anything for me. Get out. Get out while you can. It's never coming back after you again. None of you.
I know.
It's over. Try to be a little happy.
I will. Just not today. You're sure there's nothing we can do before we go?
Well, is there anything we need them to do, Norin?
I don't know what. No.
We'll escort you to the poison section, and then take our leave. To give us a couple more days.
Okay.
Okay. So over on the other ship, Carter, you're talking to Gal. Let's talk.
Okay. So like he gets back to the ship, he literally just like finds the first crate or barrel to sit on and just starts taking off like his boots and just turning it upside down and letting all the water just fall out.
Put some starfish in there.
Squeezing out clothes.
Mm-hmm.
Probably like taking off the shirt cloak combo and squeezing that over the side of the boat.
It's raining, so it's not very helpful.
Oh, I thought it. Okay.
It's storming
Then
at
he probably
the moment.
wouldn't do that then.
Yeah.
Like the idea of you
Probably
doing
not.
that anyway.
Just being like, oh wait, shit.
Like the idea of him just wringing it out like fucking Calvin in a thunderstorm.
Yeah, probably wouldn't do that then. He probably would go back and, at the very least, change out some clothes just to have something a little drier. And then, like, just instead of coming out, just like motioning Gel to the. Yeah.
You can go. You
Mike.
can borrow.
Mike, we can hear you.
I was just gonna talk over him.
What's up?
We can hear
Mike.
you.
Fucking Christ.
I told it's using your wrong mic. I think it's using like your webcam mic or something. Hi,
I mean, you
Katie.
could.
I cannot. Can you guys hear me now?
Yeah,
Yes.
We could hear you before too.
just mute
Yes.
yourself for Discord.
You sound exactly the same on all of them.
Yep. Anyway,
One bright orange suit in my.
Well,
Cabin?
Carter's made more. Do you think he just has like the same clothes he wears every day?
I know, but none of them are a bright orange suit.
Yeah, but he prefers red.
Orange is a type of red.
that we're gonna have
It's
a
not
conversation about that later.
So yeah, he goes in the back and puts on like drier clothes, and then just motions Gel to follow him underneath, like where it's dry, where they're not getting hit by rain.
All right. You lead him sort of into the.
Maybe into the
into
kitchen
ship.
area.
Yeah, basically into the galley. Yeah.
Yeah,
From the distance.
he's pouring he's starting warm tea because he's learned from Norin.
Hmm. Legit.
I
And
appreciate that.
as soon as Gel gets in, you want a cup? I figured it's probably been cold out there, and you probably need to warm up a bit.
Yeah. Yeah. That sounds great, actually. Thanks.
Awesome. And then he starts making puts water in a kettle, starts getting it warmed up, and then turns back to Gel and looks him straight in the face and says, "You wouldn't happen to be interested in changing ships, would you?"
Well, and staying on with you all.
I mean, we need a crew. We can't always just do it just the four of us. You're familiar. From what Bree said, you essentially grew up with her. She trusts you. Through that, we trust you. And it would be good to have another hand on deck in case we all need to leave for something and something happens. I mean, hell, we were just in Ildar, and because we weren't on the ship, it was taken by like corrupt guards and the corrupt people above them. If you were on the ship, maybe they wouldn't have. Like, we need other people to help take care of this ship.
I see your need. Firstly, I can't leave the water plane. I can't be without my. I'm bound to the ship, Carter.
No, you're not anymore.
I'm what?
I don't know the specifics. You're gonna have to wait till Bree gets back for that. Big squid thing essentially let you all go. Your captain, her father, free to go. You're no longer cursed. You're no longer gonna be under that weird control thing anymore. And yeah, you're free to leave the water plane anytime you want. Perhaps I'm even thinking Bree's probably talking to your captain right now about when you're gonna leave.
You watch Gel's face crease into just a huge smile. Oh God, that.
Yeah.
God, I love her so much.
I'm sure her father does too, but I'm sure he's probably yelled up a storm because of what happened. And again, I don't know the specifics. You got to ask her when she gets back. But
I don't know what she did, what you all did, but thank you so much.
I don't think we really did anything. It was more of we all swam down there and talked to Bree, and then we came back up. That was literally what happened. So, I mean, we're going to be in the water plane a little bit longer. So, I mean, if you absolutely hate this place, I'm sure you could go back on the Corabelle, and once we're finished in the water plane, we can pick you up if you want to. But, you know, it's not really my decision because, you know, I'm not exactly the captain of the ship. That's Zarn. You'd have to, like, really talk to him about it. But I feel like from what we've seen and how we know your relationship with Bree, that I don't think they would care. And they'd probably be more than open to the extra help around the ship, especially from someone who knows ships. I know nothing about ships. Norin knows nothing about ships. We have Zarn and we have Bree.
Roll a persuasion check for me, Carter.
Oh, that's not the best thing for me to roll. Use a red one. No, you know what? Purple. 11. So I would have to roll a 9.
What did you roll?
I rolled a 15 plus 2. That's 17.
Got really excited for a second because I thought you had actually rolled an 11.
Nope.
Damn it. That game's kind of
I
fun.
know, me too.
You see him sit there for a second, thinking about it. I lived my whole life on that ship, Carter.
I mean,
God, I am itching to get the hell off of it. Tell you what, I gotta talk to the captain and to my dad, but maybe I can round up a couple others so we can have a proper crew on this ship,
I mean that would be amazing.
and we'll see what we
Bree's
can
so
do.
gonna be unhappy with this.
We'll have to talk about payment and obviously work things out with Zarn and Bree and make sure that Bree's okay with that and everyone's okay with that. But if this is something that I can do, I think I'd really like to.
And at that moment, the tea kettle starts whistling.
Yep.
He
Yes,
he pulls it
Imagining
off.
Bree just slowly getting angry at shit and she's not
He-
entirely sure what.
He pours it into some cups that have some tea leaves in it, and then after a bit of stirring, he holds up one cup and he hands the other to Gel, and he says, To freedom.
Oh, to freedom.
And then clink them together
Oh,
and
yeah.
take a sip of it.
Aggressive half orc clink. Yes.
Just try not to break the. Try not
No,
to
it
break
doesn't
the.
shatter.
Yeah. Oh, he says, like in Terry, he's like, try not to break the china. I feel like Norrin would have a hissy fit if you broke it.
This doesn't
He's
count
fit-
as China. It's on a ship.
Still, it's
I
Norrin.
can see
He wants
Norrin
to make
wanting
sure.
to bring China on a ship.
Yeah, I honestly really could.
That's her
He
point.
has one really nice cup in the bag holding that he keeps for himself. The rest of them are all like,
Of course you do.
think like those blue melamine cups that you take. That's everybody else's.
All right. So a few minutes are spent while you guys drink tea before the other three of you return to the ship. And make your way
Carter
down
and
to the
Gal
galley.
are yeah, we're just having a grand old time sipping tea and
Yeah,
like
just
talking
hanging
about,
out,
like,
just chatting
Bray when
about
she
random
was
shit.
younger and
Yeah.
the monastery that Carter went to.
Steps on the deck.
There was this one time where, when we were really little and she was running around, and she very nearly took off my dad's leg with a cleaver. I swear to Panther she did.
Good times.
Oh,
Bree.
hey guys.
It bothers me that doesn't surprise me.
That's why I don't use that weapon anymore.
Yeah, I don't blame you. You weren't really much good at it.
I've never seen her hold anything more than
My
the
flute.
weapon she has on. She once tried to handle a knife trying to help Norrin cook, and she nearly chopped one of her own fingers off. So, I mean,
Talking about I'm pretty good with a knife.
I've seen you use a rapier. Rapier is not the same
No,
as a knife.
Much better in the last couple years.
But a dagger is a type of knife. It's just
Yeah.
the best weapon.
Oh my god, are you kidding? No, I'm sorry. I got distracted because I have TweetDeck. I have TweetDeck up. No fucking lie. McDonald's. Verified
Yeah, it sounds like-
McDonald's. Freaking
Yeah.
tweeted at Critical Role.
It's an ad
So-
thing.
Yeah.
I know, but
Yeah.
still.
Ads are fun. So, Go.
Yes.
I have two questions for you.
Okay.
Number one, where did you get that tea from?
Made it.
Carter made it.
Okay, cool. Number two, is there more?
Ask Carter.
I mean, I didn't use all the hot water. It should still be in there, and just pop a few tea leaves in a glass or a cup, and you're good to go.
We have a teapot specifically for this. I'll go take the extra teapot out.
Look, I made tea.
Take the one out of my bag of holding. Take two pots, put one back in the bag of holding. Pour myself a cup of tea. Someone remind me I put that in there. Nope. Pour myself a cup of tea. Bree, you want some of this?
Yes, please.
You guys may also want to get out of
Or
those
do you
wet
want me to,
clothes
like-
too.
Yeah, I'm fine. I'll just start prestidigitating 1 foot cube sections of my clothes dry. Start from the top and just like over
Steam
10
and
minutes,
emanating
dry
from it.
everything else.
So.
I'm fine. What's the worst that happens? I die?
Yeah, it's fucking
I want to imagine
And
the face Gal has right now.
Yeah.
Just like,
And he
Really?
sort of like recovers from that weird statement and then sort of goes,
Yeah.
so Carter tells me that whatever you did down there means that we're free.
That's right. You can get the hell out of here.
Hallelujah.
Won't that be great? Dad can go on land. You can go wherever you want.
Yes. Carter
Far
also
away from here as
suggested
possible.
he mentioned that you all need crew, that the four of you aren't enough. I
I'm
figured
gonna be sort of giving Carter a really dirty look at this point.
Carter shrugs, like halfway through drinking.
Gail doesn't even notice this. It's just like, and so he mentioned Well, I sort of thought that maybe I and potentially a few others I could ask around from the crew of the Corbel. I mean, it's over. There's too many of us on that ship anyway. Could maybe stick around and crew the ship.
You want to stick around? I went down there, talked to Squid Boy, gave my life to it so that you could leave, and you want to stick around?
You what? You what? Now what?
Oh, right. We didn't.
Carter puts down his cup. I told you they were specific, and then turns around to put more hot water in his cup.
Dorian walks out. I'm not staying in an enclosed space with this.
You're
Wait,
leaving.
you did. Okay, so first off, am I understanding correctly now that the reason that we are free is because you are not?
Correct. Just me, though.
And
Me for all of you.
And
This is a
you're-
good deal.
and now your response to me saying that I want to spend more time with you, my best friend, who I have not seen in 2 years, who I grew up with, who I love more than anyone with the possible exception of my father. And now that I know that you are bound in servitude to this creature, your response to me wanting to stay by your side is no, go away?
I don't want you down here any longer than you have to be. You've been down here for years already.
Bree, are you planning on staying in the water plane for any particular length of time?
Well, yeah, because we gotta go clean up the poison section.
You see he does like a Picard facepalm. Like
No. We've done it
Just-
before.
your face.
It'll be fine.
Let's
Get back in the door. It's true.
Let's
We have
help,
actually-
even if it's just making sure that your ship doesn't drift away while you're doing it. Let us help. Let me help.
No, your dad will be so mad at me.
Bree, if you think anyone on that ship is okay, let me draw a comparison for you. My relationship to you is like my father's relationship to your father. If you think
Mhm.
he would ever abandon the captain at any point, for example, over the last 20 years or so, give or take, you are out of your damn mind.
But you can go home.
My home is the Corabelle, Bree. I have never known any other home.
But not in this stupid place.
Yes, which presumably, after you're done cleaning up the poison, you'll be leaving, yes?
Maybe.
Maybe. That's better than for sure no, which it was until literally 30 minutes ago.
No, I could leave before then.
Right, but I couldn't, Bree.
I know, and you can.
I would rather be with you and maybe leave this planet at some point than leave you behind here. Without me.
Why do you have to be so stubborn?
You're telling me. Come on now.
I'm not stubborn. I don't know what you're talking about.
No. You're not stubborn, of course not. Don't
No.
be ridiculous.
Carter finishes taking a drink of tea, points at Bree, pot meet kettle, and then takes another sip of tea. I don't know why. I
You
said kettle.
hush. I'm a delight.
Hot meat pedal.
You
There
are
you
a
go.
delight. That doesn't make you not stubborn. Bree, I have missed you, and I have gotten to see you for a week, and remember how much I like hanging out with you.
And I like
For
hanging
God's
out
sake,
with you too.
let me stay on your damn ship, Bree.
Okay, fine, but you're telling your dad.
That's fine. I suspect that he will be a-okay with this, to be honest.
You know why
You
he'd be
do?
okay with it, Bree?
Why?
Because it's Gel. After everything that's happened, having someone like Gel, someone that you both trust with your life, to keep an eye on you, how could you think he'd be mad about that? That's like
part-
reuniting with a family and saying, "Hey, I'm gonna take care of
I'm
my
talking
sister
about
now."
Ron Carter. His
I mean,
dad.
I mean, I don't know his dad. I barely know Gel, but from what I've seen, I honestly don't think he would be mad. He would be a little worried because
Yeah,
parents
he's
they
going
do that.
away and leaving his son down
Yeah,
here.
Look, I did the same thing. I left my entire family to go to the monastery based on a whim from a family friend. Okay? He's doing the same thing. He's leaving on a whim because of a family friend.
I'm not even leaving on a whim. This is not on a whim. I'm still going to sit down and talk to people about this.
I mean,
For one thing, someone's going to have to pay us.
that is true.
Looks at Norrin.
He tends to have the money. Yeah, that's a good point.
I am not even in the room right now.
Yep.
I backed out as soon as the conversation got up.
You keep
Doorway.
sticking your head back in. I know you're on the other side of the door.
As soon as you mentioned money, I'm like further gone somehow.
I've gone even more.
Like climbing the crow's nest.
I learned the blink spell and going through
Yeah.
the replay.
I cast banishment targeting myself. You can
Look.
take the money out of my cup at home.
Okay.
Look,
If we
we
have
need
to.
to work this out. It's not a done deal, but at least consider it. Let us figure it out and hash this out, okay?
Okay, I'd be happier if you were going somewhere safe.
Bree, but then I wouldn't know where you were, which is what I've been for the last 2 years, and I'm sick of it.
Yeah, well, I was kind of sick of it too.
There we go. Sounds to me like this is an easy solution.
I mean, it's a win-win for all of us. We get a crew, you get to hang out with your best friend. I feel like I'm not seeing a downside.
Yeah, my
not
best
a
friend
win
could get
for me.
killed.
I could get killed. Could get killed for every day of my life, Bree. My home was a merchant ship.
God damn it, Mike.
What are you doing, Mike?
Look at the stream.
Oh,
I don't.
I'm not
ask
what-
these
I don't have it
questions,
up.
it's just not.
Oh, he replaced his camera with a picture of Chris Pratt.
okay.
Look, we all know that's a.
I'm done trying to figure out this webcam
Yeah,
problem.
There's the self-portrait.
Alright,
Anyway.
I'm gonna climb down from the crow's nest and like sneak my way back to the door. And just like hide outside where they can't really see me.
Mm-hmm.
Like eavesdrop again.
Fine, Gil. Fine.
And I had
It's
the
not that I
idea.
don't love you. You know I do.
Yes, of course you do, and
I
you'll
had-
appreciate it. And he
I
walks
had
over
the-
and he just gives you one of those hugs where he squeezes you and like picks you way off the ground.
Which is a long way.
Yeah.
Like 4 feet in the air.
Mm-hmm. Your legs are kicking at approximately Carter's midriff height at the moment.
No, I'm
Kick him
trying
in the
to kick
crotch.
him. I'm trying to kick him.
Oh, he's much too far away.
I even had the
Try harder.
that if he didn't want to just say goodbye to his dad and stay with us on the water plane, that we can handle what we need to here. They can head back to I don't know where, just tell us where he went, and then once we're done here we can go there, pick up whoever wants to, and then we can be off to wherever. Give him a chance to get out of the water plane and get on dry land and I don't know, get a drink on land or something. So there's other things we need to talk about.
I do think it's a good idea if you are going to try to cleanse the poison, to have some of us on the ship just to make sure it doesn't float away.
I mean, I agree, but I'm not gonna demand that anybody else stays on the ship.
Well, I'm offering.
No, I mean, I'll accept your offer, but I feel like the two people you have to talk to are the one you're about to split in half with the bear hug that you're giving her. Or
Oh, she's fine, and he puts you down, Bree.
I'm tough.
hey, Mike, where's Zarn been through all of this?
Still in the ship, just kind of hanging towards the back, watching.
If you're talking, we can't hear you.
Mother.
Okay. I mean, you can just type where he was, I guess, until you get the mic working.
Is that working now? Is that fucking working now?
I can
Yeah.
hear you.
It's
Damn it.
working now.
All right.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah, sorry. Oh, he's
I don't blame you.
yelling at the sky, saying, "Fuck you, Windows 10."
Oh. Push up straight. You're possessed.
no reason.
He's speaking in tongues.
Yes. He's just kind of hanging towards the back, just observing, raging
Okay, so
inside.
you've sort of been here listening to this conversation.
Yes.
more.
Yes.
So, Zarn, do you have any objections to this plan?
No, I mean, I think it's a good idea to purge this poison. I mean, this is kind of like my area too. Like, I think it makes sense. Although for Gel, I mean, if Gel wants to stay, I think Gel should be able to stay.
Well, it's more of you're the captain of the ship. It's kind of like we can't hire someone unless we go through the manager of the place,
Oh, please.
What?
He's captain in name only.
What? Okay. I will remember that.
Zorn will remember this.
Yes.
Yeah.
But yes.
I have with daddy.
Okay. I have big C in the sea sky. Shut up. My god's better than your god. And I kind of like storm off.
Yes, he is.
I take 2 steps to the left so that I don't get struck by lightning.
But yes, Gel, we could always use your help and any help that you and your friends will be able to give us.
All right. That sounds like the beginnings of a deal then. Let me go see. I'll talk to the others and we'll see who else is interested.
As it is now, I feel like we're gonna need a day or so after dealing with all of that. I honestly just don't want to go right now. I want to have at least a day to relax and just
Well, if you're going to the poison
deal.
section, it'll be 2 or 3 days before we get there.
Awesome.
Sounds good.
God, everything on this plane is 2 or 3 days from each other.
Look at that. How funny.
Haha.
It's like it's an endless ocean and things are far away or something.
Haha.
Right?
No! Miguel, the sarcasm is not necessary.
Yes, it is, Gal. All the sarcasm.
Alright, so the 4 of you, or I guess at this point, Gal goes back to the Corbel to talk to his father and the crew member and Captain Finnan about him staying on, etc. I will say, let me look up a thing real quick, see how much it reasonably cost. Hold on. I know it's in here somewhere, but I have to fucking find the rules on paying for
I mean,
people.
I know as of right now we don't have much money, but like I feel like hiring the crew is not going to be that much.
Well, I'm looking.
Yeah.
Look,
mean, we
unless you're
have-
like sandbagging a whole bunch of personal funds, you only have.
Hireling, skilled hireling is 2 gold pieces per day, so that's the rate I'd go for ship's crew, is a skilled hireling.
That seems fair.
Okay.
So, and there would be him and 3 others, so 8 gold pieces a day.
So we have
We have plenty.
effectively
Yeah.
20 days of crew.
Well, I I've got 500 gold if need
Sorry,
be.
200 days of.
Yeah, I was just saying 20.
20
my
days
math
of
is-
crew.
That math seems wrong. Yeah.
Well, I don't know. They're
200
always spending money, so I don't know what's in there.
200. Yeah, 240
You
for
can look
a
whenever, you
month
just
per
don't have
for all of them.
Oh, actually, it never look.
Honestly, it's actually pretty good. I'm also sandbagging a bunch. Like, I've got my own personal funds. I'm not contributing my personal funds to this.
I mean, it's like, because it's funny, you said we have 20 days worth, and I'm like, dude, I've got 140 gold myself.
Yeah,
Like,
we got 200
I can pay for more than 20.
I have 98.
effectively 220 odd days.
Yeah, we got. Why don't we
Yeah,
set
we're-
up the monthly plan?
Yeah. Monthly. So
plan.
once a month, basically, you would owe them
240,
No, well,
right? Because 8
it's
for
32 is 32 days in a month.
well.
So it would be 256. If I'm doing that right.
Oh, I appreciate that. I'll add it to the bag of holding.
How about an even 250? I'm
You're
kidding.
not
I'm kidding. I'm
negotiating,
kidding.
I'm telling you.
I know. I was kidding.
Hey, Mike, how about 250 and 1?
How much is that in
There's
Electrum?
150 more to see.
So 1 gold, Bob.
Anyway, so yes, we'll mark it down as you guys owing 256 gold a month to your crew, which
Already in
includes
the bag.
Bell and 3 other sailors whom I will create later. Yes,
Gel, Feld, Del, and Lel.
definitely not that. Like,
No,
for
it's
sure
not Lel.
not that.
It's not Lel, it's Lol.
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 Can one of
Yeah.
them?
Lol.
Can one of them be named Jerry and he constantly messes up?
Damn it, Jerry!
Damn it, Jerry!
Damn it, Bobby.
Oh, there you go, it's Bobby. Damn it, Bobby!
God damn it, Bobby.
Anyway, so yes, that happened. You guys will go ahead and procure your crew, one of which is Dell at a rate of a month for the 4 of them, which is 64 per month per person. And you guys will be led to the poison section of the water plane by the core Bell, who does in fact know where the heck it is, whereas you guys do not. You might be able to guess, but you don't know for sure because currents are complicated. So, at this point, we're going to take a quick break, just about 5 minutes, and then we will come back with the poison sector of the water plane.
Ooh.
Dum, dum, dum.
Alright, be right back, guys.
Bye.
Bye.
Everybody, be right back. god, we're back! Oh, crazy! Hi guys, welcome back.
Working camera.
Yay, working stuff.
No longer Chris Pratt. Well, kind of.
Technical difficulties mostly fixed. Hallelujah.
I thought
Yeah.
John was stuck there with his mouth open, but
Ah.
No.
He's just chilling there with his mouth open, like a cool guy. So,
John, stop yawning.
we'll go ahead and hop
I
right
wish I
back
could.
into it. Is there anything in particular you guys wanted to do the poison section of the water plane, or as you get there, anything like that?
Still sending to Sonnet, just checking in.
and I wanted
crap.
to ask Zarn if someday when he had an extra sending left over, if he could send something to me for me.
Yeah, I can do that.
I'd like you to send something to Garrick.
Yeah, sure.
I'd like it to say, Garrick, sorry I blamed you for being demon infected. Turns out it was a giant squid thing, and I should never have been born. Bree.
Wow.
And that's 25 words.
I am so
I
happy you
counted.
pointed that out.
Wow.
So I sent a message to Sonnet. When I send that, I accidentally say "hey" first, so the Bree is knocked off and doesn't go through. So I send it through and go, shit, that was from Bree, not me.
God, the spell slot efficiency.
You get Sonnet's response is normal. Though she does express some concern about. It seems like there's now just like a lot. It's not like a majority of the population or anything, but kind of a noticeable number of people, tieflings in particular, who are just not around these past couple of days.
Fuck.
Are we
Yeah.
abandoning what we're doing? We're back to it then?
And then, the one to Garrick, he responds with, "Okay,
I kind of wanted to do it myself.
I'm pretty sure Garrick's response is basically,
Sure.
okay,
Okay.
yeah, maybe, don't hurt yourself.
You cut out.
Oh, it's a whole bunch of, yeah, okay, maybe,
Yeah.
and then at the very end, like just when he's running out of words, it's basically like, don't hurt yourself.
Oh!
He's moderately concerned about Bree's mental state.
I
He
also
doesn't know it's about Bree. He thinks
No,
it's about
he-
Zarn.
No, Zarn said he.
yeah, I sent the second one.
Oh, okay.
The second one that just says
Shit, that was Bree.
signed Bree.
From Bree.
That's
Um,
why Norin was choking on spell inefficiency.
And I want to at least once scry on Sonnet. Just to make sure she's okay.
Cryon?
Scry on her. Because I can do scrying.
Okay.
Well, did she tell me if it's anyone I know who's gone missing?
She did not make a mention of any particular names. No.
Okay. Then I'll...
Okay. Yeah, you can go ahead and Okay.
pull out my
You
magic
are
orb.
Need to scry on Sonic, correct?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, you sort of sit down in front of the crystal ball you picked up, question mark, correct?
I did, yes. I specifically
okay,
mentioned
I thought
it
I
when we
remembered
went
that.
shopping.
Yep. I thought you had. I just wanted to make sure.
Yes.
You sit down in front of it at one point, and you scry on her, and you actually see her walking with another member of the watch. You presume just sort of doing rounds, basically. Everything seems normal. They're talking back and forth. They appear, as far as you can tell, to just be somewhere in the Gateway District, nowhere you particularly recognize.
Okay. Can I scry again on the second day, but a different person?
Sure, who?
Morim.
On Morim?
Yeah,
You mean Miriam?
Miriam. I'm sorry. Who am I thinking of?
The
Yes.
shield is
Morim is your shield.
Morim's
buddy.
a shield. I'm an idiot. Sorry, Miriam.
Yeah. I was like, you can, but...
Just looking at my own back, right
Yeah,
where I left it.
basically. Yeah. I was wondering what my hair looked like from this angle.
It's not
yeah,
something you always see, the back of your own head.
yeah. Yeah, you can try Miriam. Miriam as well seems fine, and you do catch a glimpse of Marikir, sort of tugging on her skirts as you scry on her.
Awesome. That's it.
Okay, coolio.
I'd like to seek out Carter.
Okay.
Hey, Carter.
Hi.
I talked to you for a sec?
Sure. He's like knitting like part of the quilt at the time.
Ooh, what you working on?
Quilt.
Yeah. The big one? Like, from everywhere we've gone?
Yeah.
What are you gonna
Currently
do for
work-
here?
Water plane. Huh. I don't know yet. It's gonna be a lot of blues. Maybe some whites, lighter blues. Thought about a wave, but it just kind of looks like Pamplos.
You could
Which
do it.
It's not bad, but
Squid with lots of eyes.
I'd kind of like to have good memories of this place on the quilt.
Well, that makes sense. Yeah, hopefully we'll have some good memories down here.
I mean, squid face. What happened with squid face, and then poison area. Not exactly good memories.
Yeah, I know. Anyhow, I wanted to tell you something.
Okay.
Said, well, I've been holding a grudge against Garrick, you know, over and above the whole him being a noble thing. Because I kind of felt like his house made me sick.
I mean, from what he's told me about what it looked like, I'm not surprised. I had
You
to
know, and then
clean
it
up a
turns
lot
out
of it.
this squid and stuff, and I've been pissed off at him. But I think I've been a little pissed off at you too. Just because, you know, you're friends with Garrick and you work with them and you think he's the greatest thing ever.
I never said that.
And it occurs to me that that wasn't fair of me. So, I'm sorry. And I apologize. And I'll try to do better.
I mean, thanks. I mean, I've kind of seen the way you act towards Norin and Zarn, and I didn't think it was that much different.
I don't know, sometimes I can be an ass.
I mean, we all can.
I know.
We're kind of the ass crew, so I mean, and not in a good way. There's a lot of there's
I
a
think
lot
my
of
ass
sass.
is pretty cute. I don't know about yours, but
I'm not going to disagree with you.
Sir.
I mean, I never really thought you held any type of grudge against me. You
Well, I think-
sassed me as much as you sassed the other two.
well, that's good. Sometimes I think I've been unfair to you.
Well, from what I can tell, Bree, you tend to think the majority of what you do is unfair to a lot of people.
Well, it usually is.
It's usually not. Like, you thought that you being born was because of the situation with your dad and the squid thing, when in actuality it wasn't.
But it was.
It wasn't.
If he hadn't
You-
gone into that pact, they would never have been born. I mean, that's just simple fact.
I mean, that's true on the condition of he saved the love of his life. He wanted a family, and he did what he wanted to save that family. And then they had you, and that just made the family even bigger.
But it makes me wonder. So we've got, this grinning skull, and he likes to take souls from early deaths, right? I mean, what's my soul like? Is mine a soul that should never have been?
I think
Do I even have one? I'm gonna have to ask
Oh.
Zarn.
you definitely do. If you didn't have one, trust me, you wouldn't be acting or making the decisions you have. And as far as what would be, we don't know. And to be honest, I feel like we're in the better situation. And I feel like everybody else would agree.
I hope so.
Everything happens for a reason. I know it's
You're
hard to
gonna
believe
hang around with
sometimes.
us more, though, right? Like, I feel like you stay away from us sometimes because I'm nasty to you.
It's more of, I don't really know what it is. I'll be honest. I came to the ship first of all because I was sopping wet and I wanted to get dry, and I've had the idea of Gel possibly joining us for a while, and I kind of wanted to talk to him before you guys came back. So that was
Yeah,
also.
because you knew I'd say no.
I knew you'd say irrationally no, and I knew if I talked to Gale first, he would be able to talk you into it, and if he couldn't, the rest of us could. Because you were full of
You
emotion.
guys can't always talk me into things.
I'll take that as a challenge.
No, I mean, no matter what you guys had said down below, I'd have gone into that dialogue.
I mean, from what I heard from Garrick about the whole hag situation, I knew you and Zarn were alike in many ways.
You think I'm
And-
like Zarn? He's like
You're
all
both-
good and stuff.
You're both hot-headed. You tend to just charge ahead, not thinking sometimes. And none of this is bad, by the way. This isn't, me putting you down or anything.
I
And
didn't think it was, Carter.
And I feel like you do things like that based on wanting to protect. It's a little bit selfish, but at the same time, you do it because the other option means bad things for others. Zarn took the deal from the hag because if he didn't, sorry, still Garrick mind here. Garrick and all of you guys would have just died. That would have been it.
Yeah.
So he saved everybody.
He did.
You did what you did because you wanted to help save and protect your father and your friends on the
But you know
Corbett.
what, Carter? Me doing what I did surprised me.
It doesn't surprise me.
'Cause I'm usually fucking selfish. I mean,
You are, but like, it's
I
hard to
know this
explain.
about me. I am.
Yeah, but you have that. I know I'm gonna kind of go monk here, but you have that inner good spirit. You joke around, you sass, you complain. No, we don't complain. I guess that's really not something to talk about. But we're all selfish in our own right. We all tend to think of ourselves in certain situations. And down there, you did think of yourself. You were selfish. But not completely. Because you put yourself into that situation so that your father and the crew were not in that situation. So you were selfish for good reasons. We all may not be happy about it. But at the end of the day, what you did saved the Corabel's crew. And
And I'm
Even your-
serious when I said that if he'd wanted me to just disintegrate and die on the spot, I still would have said yes.
And I know you would. And that would have still saved the crew's life. At least livelihood, anyway. And I'm happy he didn't, because not only would have your father lost a daughter, we would have lost a good friend and our crewmate and our companion. So, in the future, being selfish is okay sometimes. It really is. I'm selfish. I want my wife back. I want my daughter back. I would do anything to get, or my son back. I would do anything I could to get them back. If I knew
I'm
killing
sorry,
the skull,
Carter.
if I knew killing the skull would get them back, I would do it. I would have charged headlong in. I would have done everything Zarn. I don't blame him for that. But
No, I don't either.
sometimes you just have to. You have to take on things that you can handle. And don't be so selfish that it will completely destroy your life
Do you miss them very much?
every day. And he pulls out from underneath his shirt like a locket. Or no, it was the ring. That's right, it was a ring. He pulled it like a chain and then a ring. This is my wife's. I always wear underneath my armor, or not my clothes. I never take it off.
Oh, it's beautiful. Why don't you do
It was a year's
a
salary to
portrait
buy.
of your wife on your quilt?
I plan to. It was originally supposed to be for her, but not anymore. It kind of is. I just kind of continue doing it. It's just kind of changed since we're traveling.
I'm sorry. I bet you she was super nice.
She was the best. Met her when I went over to the monastery. She hated me. She didn't want to even be around me. She eventually warmed up to me, and
I would hope so.
after a slap to the face and a week after, she finally agreed to go out with me.
You met her at the monastery?
Yeah. She's actually the daughter of a family friend. He's the one that
Was it
got
a
me to
monk?
go to the monastery. Oh yeah. He was a good friend of my dad.
Hmm.
And my brother and I actually got really interested in it. He went to a different monastery. I don't know where he is.
Your brother's a monk too?
Yeah.
Huh.
I don't know where
You
he
have
is.
to
though.
tell me more about your family one day, Carter.
It's not too big of a family. 2 parents, 2 kids.
Well, seems a bit interesting to me.
Man, I'm gonna have so much to tell him. My
Maybe
family.
we'll run across him one day.
Oh, my parents are still back in Lanayton.
Yeah, you didn't introduce us. I remember that.
Well, to be honest, at that point you still thought I had a wife who was alive.
You were embarrassed.
That wasn't really something I wanted to just open up to people I had just met.
Fair enough. I thought you were just embarrassed of us.
No. I mean, maybe a little.
He totally still is.
But thanks for telling me anyway.
You're welcome. I've been meaning to for a while.
All right. So you guys wrap up your conversation. Anybody else want to do anything before you guys arrive?
Sorry that kind of took so long.
Okay,
Had
it's a
been
good conversation.
It's gonna be stupid bullshit. Rich, you know what I'm gonna do it anyway. One of the days, I'm gonna turn into a giant eagle and fly alongside the ship and let Zarn jump on so we can go fly up the snake.
Oh yes,
Just because it'll be super cool.
yes.
Okay.
And on the way
fair
back down, I'm gonna get real close to the surface of the water and then flip.
enough.
I thought you were gonna get close to the water so you could be like the scene from Harry Potter when Harry's riding the hippogriff, and then Harry goes, "Woohoo!"
Picture that, but upside down.
I like it.
And then we'll fly back.
Sounds about right. Okay, so the two ships eventually, and you guys can see it coming a little ways off. Excuse me. Sorry, gosh. Make your way out of a sorry, give me just a second.
Quick performance checks.
I despise you all. Anyway,
Ew, man.
that was a bad one.
That was a 3.
The second one was so good.
31. Holy shit, dude.
Charisma expertise.
Even mine was correct.
I can only roll that in one skill.
Oh, nice, Carter. Anyway, so you guys make your way, sort of during the calm bit of the calm cycle, no storm at the moment. You guys are making your way, and you can see ahead of the ships now, a shift in the color of the water, and it's stark. It's not gradual. It's very distinct. There is the clear, deep blue that has been the entirety of the water plane so far, and then suddenly there is green. It's not like deep green or like lime green. It's pale green, but it's green, not blue.
Like an algae pool green.
Kinda, yeah.
Okay.
Something a little lighter than that, but
Gotcha.
yeah, that's approximately the color I'm looking at. Yeah. And you can see it sort of stretching off, almost like a second horizon in the water. It just goes as far as you can see in either direction.
Holy shit.
And the ships keep sailing onwards over this green section. There's no noticeable change from where you are, other than the color, of course. There is generally nothing on the surface of the water plane ever, so this is not a surprise. You guys continue traveling for a few more hours, and the green very slowly, and you can see this when you're not paying attention, you look down again and you realize that it's a little darker, a little greener than it was before.
Does it seem to have any reaction to the ship?
Nope. Not that you can tell, the ship seems to be sailing through it just fine. So far as you can tell from like a liquid perspective, it's just water. It's just colored funny.
I'm gonna lean over the edge of the deck and just fire a sacred flame at one of the spaces.
I want to
Something
know what?
close to the ship, but not like super, not like underneath the ship.
Okay.
Just
You're
to
just
see what
gonna
happens.
toss
Yeah,
a
just a
sacred flame
chunk of
like
water.
into the water?
Yeah.
You sort of summon a sacred flame that hits the water and it sparks and fizzles and there's steam. It reacts approximately like you would think. Some of the fiery, like the natural fire bits of it, you get some like some strange color, some greenish flame rather than orangish white that you would normally get. But otherwise, it seems normal.
This is a weird place.
Should we try to bottle some of this stuff?
I don't think that's a safe choice.
Bottling it would almost mean touching it, and I'd rather not.
What if-
Aren't we gonna have to go right in it anyway?
What if we... Anybody have a bottle?
Um,
Oh, great. Here comes the battle music. I have a plan. Somebody get me a bottle.
I legitimately have nothing in my bag full of this.
Would we have a bottle on deck?
Carter,
Yeah,
Carter
you-
runs down to the galley.
I'm sure there are bottles somewhere.
Yeah, there are empty bottles you could use.
Carter runs back up with an empty wine bottle.
I want to tie rope around the edge of a bottle and just like dunk it down in the water and
Okay.
pull it back up. So I have just a little
Okay.
bit of the green water.
Are you looking for anything in particular?
I just
What are you trying to
I'm
do?
just trying to get some of it because there's got to be some significance to it.
Make a. I guess just make a straight dexterity check.
Great.
Or sleight of hand if you have proficiency in it.
So
As a cleric.
So dexterity then.
A cleric with
So
sleight
it's
of
the same
hand.
thing. Hey man, fun clerics. They're a thing. Yeah, that's
Yeah,
enough. You
my
don't.
cleric
If this
is.
is not super complicated or anything, I was mostly just checking to see if you net one and drop the bottle. You get some of the water in the bottle and you haul it back up. Yeah, exactly. Trickery clerics are a thing. You met one. He doesn't like you anymore.
We did?
Yes, you did. The lens guy. Anyway. So
Yeah,
you
that
are
guy.
now holding sort of this bottle, and inside of it is this greenish liquid.
All right, I want to put a stopper in it and just kind of keep it in my bag.
Okay. I want you to write down that you have 1 vial of contagion water.
Ooh, I know that spell.
No, it's not related to the spell.
I know. I'm just saying I know that spell.
Yeah.
Do you want to put it in the like extra planar space inside the bag of holding rather than just more stuff?
Yeah, that's better.
I will add that to the list. That was a really disturbing sound.
Drink it.
Bloop, bloop.
It'll be fine.
Okay, so you put this vial in the bag of holding.
Yes.
Okay.
Here's a bag.
Already
Bag.
there.
Oh, okay.
The ship keeps moving forward. From when you sort of cross that border, effectively, that barrier, into the greenish water, it's now been probably 4 or 5 hours. And then you see the Corabelle that's treading ahead of you come to approximately a stop. And Finnan gets sort of just up on the side of the ship. This is close to center. It's not exactly there, but it's approximate. If you're going to go down to fix it, this is the place.
Thanks, Dad.
Take care.
I mean, Captain.
You see a grin.
So what happens? I turn to Gel. Say, what happens when we go in this water?
From what I know, now I haven't been in it myself, but my understanding is that for a while it's fine, but over a long period of time it's dangerous. It's poison, effectively.
Okay.
It's not going to burn you, it's not going to kill you immediately, it's anything like that. But it's unlivable.
Yeah. Okay. So we basically gotta get this done quick.
I mean, don't stay down there for, half a day or anything, yeah.
All right.
We'll hold the ship here, both of them.
What do you mean both of them?
The Corabella and this one.
Isn't the Corabelle leaving?
Yes, when you come back, so that they can take you back to the island.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, we really don't know how to get back, Bree.
Gil does.
I mean,
Gale sort of shakes his head. I knew how to get to the ship when I could tell where the ship was in my mind. I am not good enough at navigating in here to get to the floating island myself. Good luck. Come back, huh?
Of course. No problem.
Alright. So, I need you guys. So, you guys are going in, making your way into the water?
I guess so.
yeah,
Unless
like
you want to do something else.
Hold on, let me check something real quick. I gotta get my spell cards.
Okay.
Let me have something for this.
yeah, Carter has nothing. He'd literally just be diving in.
I mean,
Empty.
keep in mind, the four of you still have the boon from Sekiro that allow you to breathe and
right.
swim underwater, and
Yeah.
you take no penalties for fighting underwater.
Right. Forgot about that.
So that was granted specifically for this task.
Forgot about that.
Okay. What I would like to do is I'm going to burn all 3 of my 2nd level slots and 1 of my 3rd level slots and give us all protection from poison.
Okay. Let me go look at that spell.
That's
Protection from poison. Okay. Duration 1 hour. Touch creature is poison. You neutralize the poison. If more than one poison is target, you poison. And saving throws against being poisoned has resistance to poison damage. Okay. That lasts for 1 hour. Okay. And you're doing that right now?
Yes, so before we go in, I just bop, bop, bop.
Okay. And presumably you're doing that like right before you guys dive in. Yeah?
Yes, that's why I wanted to not jump in real quick.
Okay. All right.
So you guys all have...
yourself as well.
Yes, so you all have resistance to poison, and you have advantage on any saving throw dealing with poison damage.
For how long?
An hour.
You have advantage on saving throws against being poisoned.
Yes,
which is-
sorry, that's what I meant. Sorry.
And you have resistance to poison damage.
Listen to Quads, he's smarter than I am.
All right. Anything else you guys want to do before you go in?
dive and swim really quickly.
Yeah.
Okay. Dive and swim really
Yeah.
quick it is.
Cool
Okay.
down. Take care.
So you guys jump into the water and begin swimming downwards. First thing I need you guys to do, well, first thing I guess, as you guys go in, the water around you is still this greenish color. You can see through it because of the light from out of the water emanating down, but it is green, and it tastes funny in your mouth and your nostrils as you breathe it in. It's almost like it's slightly acrid and almost tastes like it's like if someone made stew with rotten carrots.
Oh, gross.
It's not strong. It's like a tinge in the back of your throat, but it's there. It's noticeable. I need the four of you to make survival checks, looking to go in the right direction towards the sunken turtle.
Fuck me. My roll 20 rolls have just been shit lately.
Oh, mine's not much better.
I am for some reason proficient in this.
So am I.
Outlander.
Oh, you're right. Yeah.
Well, thank goodness Norn and Carter are around, because Zarn and Bree have no idea which way's up.
We're better on top of the water, not under it.
Apparently.
I'm not wise.
All
Yeah,
right.
you don't say.
So Norn and Carter, you guys sort of take the lead at first, making your way down, and sort of still moving in the same general direction that the ships were. Just what you feel is more towards the center of this, and you can feel as you travel for the first 15 or 20 minutes. It's very gradual, but there is a sense of consolidation of moving towards the center of something, and the acrid taste just grows ever so slightly stronger. I need all four of you to make a Constitution save with advantage because
Yeah.
you're protected from poison.
Still gonna fail it. Oh, thank God for that advantage. Jesus.
Well,
Great.
freaking Norris has beat it. Well, I'm not gonna lie. I probably failed as well.
With advantage.
Okay.
I rolled a 10
7.
and 2.
Everybody succeeds.
Woo!
Woo!
You all continue onwards.
Wow, wait, even Bree?
You do notice
Nine?
specifically, yeah, everyone succeeds that one. You do notice as you continue onwards that the water is empty. There is nothing in it. No animals of any kind.
I thought you were gonna say it's just like it's a drop off where like the water just ends even though we're still underwater.
No.
That is
You
very
do
unsettling.
notice- You do notice as you move forward a bit, it gets a little harder to see through. You're getting deeper, and the water
I'm
seems
gonna-
to get cloudy. What are you doing?
As soon as it gets kind of dark, I'm gonna draw this. Keep it front.
Okay, so you got some light now.
Yeah.
That helps a little bit. It's still a little bit just generally cloudy in the water, even apart from there being not a great light source down here, but that does help somewhat.
I'll
Well, I
look
can
over
pull
it.
out
The
my
other
drift
guys are just
globe
like,
and hold it. Yeah, I'll pull up my drift globe and hold it.
What? Why are you talking like that?
Because you guys are
I
underwater.
know, I'm kidding. Oh yeah, I'll do I'll light up my my hand tattoo as well.
Yeah.
Okay. You guys have several sources of light, which, like I said, it helps. You can see clearly, and it's fine. It's just murky. And then you guys see something in the distance. It's just a shape at first, far away, and you get closer to it, and you see, as you approach, you seem to have approached from not exactly head on, but pretty close. You see the massive form, primarily skeletal, but not entirely, of a large, like, turtle-like, dragon-like skull. And it's mostly bone. There are some patches of flesh still there, still present, just not dissolved just yet. And as you get closer, you can see this thing is large. The width of the skull must be 40 feet from cheekbone to cheekbone.
Damn.
And then behind the skull, you see the beginnings of a shell, but you can't see the shell. You see seaweed and kelp, just plants growing upwards and out of the shell. And you even see some growing out of the bone itself. What would you like to do?
I want to look to see if anything's moving at all in there, like with malcontent.
Roll a perception check for me.
Not what that means.
You don't see anything that seems to be like moving intentionally, from what you can see from where you are. There is there are currents down here. The water moves, and the kelp and seaweed sort of flows with it naturally, but
Okay.
nothing appears to be unnatural to your perception.
I'm gonna go from 60 feet away and cast Sacred Flame
On what specifically?
on some of the kelp,
Okay.
like at the base of wherever it's growing. I'll try and like 60 feet away and Sacred Flame and see what it does.
Okay. You cast Sacred Flame, and it's interesting what it does underwater. You get sort of this ball of radiant light, and then just sort of this steaming bubbling around it. Not fire proper, but burning and boiling. And you watch some of the kelp in the area sort of like shrivels and wilts, like as if you were boiling spinach, basically.
Gross.
And it seems to work.
Does anything else change when I do that?
Not that you notice.
Alright, I'm gonna do it again at the same spot that I just burned some away from.
No additional noticeable effect. I mean, you toast some of the kelp a little more, but
Alright, then.
Okay. Seeing Norin attempt that, Carter actually thinks for a second, and then pulls out the holy symbol of Pamplos that he has underneath his clothes, holds it in his left hand, raises his right, and casts the cantrip Hand of Radiance.
okay, what does that do?
It's a weird one.
You raise your hand and burning radiance erupts from it. Each creature of your choice that you can see within 5 feet of you must succeed in a con save or take 1d6 radiant damage. But
Are
it's
you getting
2.
within 5 feet of the thing?
Oh, I thought he was just doing it like in general.
Well, he is, but are you doing it to like Norn and your party, or are you getting within 5 feet of something?
Right,
Norn's still like
60
60
feet
feet away.
For the hell of it, can he just do it in place? Does it have to be a creature, or
Just
can he
hit
just?
us?
No, well, I'm choosing. So like hitting, just like
Does Hand of Radiance say it targets creatures?
it says each creature of
Then-
your choice.
Yeah, then I mean you could do it, but it wouldn't do anything.
Okay. Screw it. Let's swim over to the thing and cast it. Why not?
And you're just doing it on some of the plant life?
Yeah.
Okay.
As soon as he starts going forwards, I'm gonna start like getting everybody else to get like basically close as I am.
Okay.
Because I feel like this is about to go bad.
You swim right up next to sort of the edge of the shell, basically right near the base of the skull of this creature, and you cast Hand of Radiance on sort of a couple of strands of kelp that are woven together right near the edge, and you see sort of this spark of divine light sort of emerge from your fist and grasp the kelp in front of you, and it sort of squeezes it and then pulls away, and you can see just a blackened portion around this kelp where the hand was.
Okay, so it looks like it did a good thing.
It appears to have dealt some damage to the kelp, certainly.
Okay. He
That's
turns.
good to know. Thank you, sir.
Carter turns around, looks at Zarin, and without saying a word, just thumbs up, like, "Hee."
Yeah. Zarin's just kind of like, he kind of like doesn't even, not that he's not paying attention, he's scanning, like looking for something, because like this is too easy.
Guess I just keep Sacred Flaming.
Okay, are you guys just like making your way inwards now? Are you moving forward?
I am circle strafing.
You're just going like around the shell very
Yeah.
slowly?
Yeah, making sure
Okay.
that I'm still within eyesight of it.
You do that for a couple of minutes, and the results are the same.
I swim towards the
Sort of
skull.
Keep doing this.
At this point, I need all 4 of you to make another Constitution save with advantage.
Fuck yes.
Should be alright. 15? No, 19.
Hey, there you go.
Okay, all of you succeed again.
All right, I'm gonna start swimming into the skull.
As you know, at this point, it's been about 40 minutes.
Shit.
Con save? No, yeah, that would be 15. It would have been 15, not 19.
Okay, so you swim just like into the mouth, basically?
Yeah, with
Okay,
with my
so you
hand
do
lit up
that-
still.
As you do that, Zarn, you can see sort of it's pretty much looks the same, though you can see now looking down into this past the skull, like the rest of the massive skeleton of this creature. Not the whole thing, but the beginnings of it, right? The neck and a little bit of the rib cage. And you can see the undersides of the shell also has kelp emerging from it.
D-
You get the sense that whatever's causing this is not immediately visible to you. Perhaps it is maybe further inwards on the shell. This kelp is not the source, but rather a symptom.
Okay, I swim back towards the mouth and kind of like wave everyone in, and I keep swimming back ahead.
All right, I'll follow him.
Yeah, well, I'm a little nervous, and I forgot to do it before we left, so I'm going to quickly cast Mage Armor.
Okay.
It did not surge.
Oh, good. The stuff of nightmares. Thank you, Quads.
It's not as bad as last one.
Last one was terrifying. Don't ever put that thing up here again.
I like this.
That's
I
one.
like them all.
Well,
This is
okay.
this is my shit, man.
Where
So
is
as you
that damn
guys
spell?
make your way forward, sort of underneath, you travel sort of first through the skull, like through the mouth and through the skull, and then under the neck bone, and then into the rib cage proper of this creature. And you see sort of the both slightly domed surface of the shell, right? Well, I mean, there's some patches of flesh still, yeah. Mostly it's just bone and shell and kelp, though.
Gross.
Yep, it's nasty down here. And so as you guys are making your way in under this thing, you do see that the kelp is less thick here than it was on top. It seems to not be quite as well grown in, right? And the strands are shorter. As you make your way in a couple of minutes, you start to see a bit ahead of you a change in what the kelp looks like. Whereas before it was sort of maybe pale green, bluish kelp, sort of very standard looking for those of you who are familiar. This in front of you is odd, translucent almost, very pale in color.
Super weird.
I'm gonna see if I can see any type of figures or something moving. This is very weird, and I don't like it.
Roll a perception check. You see nothing moving but the kelp.
Alright, just constant scanning around.
Mhm.
Head on a swivel.
Okay. You guys continuing to move forward?
Yes.
I'm gonna Eldritch Blast, or not Eldritch, Sacred Flame at the now translucent stuff.
Okay.
The same as stuff before.
What is it, like a saving throw against it or attack roll, or how does it work?
I'll just spell.
Okay.
Was it deck save?
Is it deck save?
Okay.
Speaking of which, is the whole area filled with the seaweed?
Yeah, pretty much.
Is there a place where I can be like not in the seaweed?
Conceivably, if you wanted to get like near sort of the bottom of the rib cage, you could.
Yeah. If I can, I want to just try to stay out of it as long as I can.
Okay.
Because
Noted.
this shit's gonna come to life and grab me.
Yeah, well, it did before.
Yep. He has never recovered from that tall grass.
Well, you weren't there when all the trees were.
Oh no, he was there when the other grass grabbed him.
Yep.
Wasn't that a dream?
That was a dream.
Wasn't
Was
that
it?
specifically a dream that Gax was having?
It was.
Still didn't like it.
You don't even know that happened.
Yeah, I was like, what? The
They
question
were
was,
that
what?
close.
They just knew the literal actual.
Anyway, so you sort of cast Sacred Flame on this translucent kelp that you're not familiar with. Now, you're not much of an ocean person, but it still looks a little weird to you. And you cast Sacred Flame on this, and you get a similar effect. It appears to burn away some of it, but it doesn't just sort of like wilt like the other one does. This one seems a little hardier, and additionally at points where you can see, well, actually roll a perception check for me, Nor.
Okay.
Oh right, yes,
That's
when the
not
druid
perception,
cast
that-
entangle.
13.
Okay, you can see just barely, like you just catch little hints of it, of what look like maybe little where the sacred flame burned sort of deeper into the strand, just little jumping sparks, just barely there.
Well, Breeze wants to see what a firebolt will do then.
A firebolt?
Yeah.
Underwater?
Yeah, we'll see if it works.
But it's all magic bullshit anyway.
Yeah, some magic bullshit.
Okay, so you're gonna cast a firebolt at a patch of this translucent
Yeah.
kelp. Okay, so you sort of send this off, and instead of what you're used to, which is sort of like a little like sort of beam of orange-red flame, you just get this scalding sort of column of bubbles and steam blasting through the water. And again, it does similar to what Norns did. It definitely hits it. It affects the sort of patch of kelp that you fire at. Though it still appears hardier than the kelp that you dealt with previously. Yes.
Oh God, I don't like this.
What are you guys doing?
Sure what to do.
I need all three of you to
Doing the
make
same
another
thing.
Constitution save, and we are approaching the hour mark.
Fuck yes.
So it's with advantage?
18.
Still with advantage, yes, but this will be the last one with advantage.
Thank God! It's my other rolls. Crappy.
All right, all four of you save again.
All right. Do I know the spell's ending soon?
Yeah, you know it's about over.
Okay, I break out the trident and I swim right into the kelp because we gotta start this up.
Okay, you swim right into it. I need you to make a dexterity check, please.
Of course.
Carter seeing Zarn go, follows suit. Pulls
Okay.
out the monk bow, goes in.
Carter, dex check for you, please.
Carter.
Is everyone going in?
Yep. How many things of kelp grabbed me, Quads?
Yeah, I'll go. I'm wise that way.
Okay,
I
Norn,
guess
are
I'm
you
gonna
going?
follow. I'm not gonna get like right up in it unless I see them like.
I
meeting
mean,
it
you're
out.
swimming through the kelp, yes? Sorry?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, so
I
everyone
just
is-
realized quads can't see this.
Yes, I can. I'm actually looking at it.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Hacks.
3, what was your number?
I haven't rolled it.
Okay, and Norn, you too.
Oh, a good one, 27.
On a dex check? Straight dex check?
Yeah, because I got a +8 to dex.
Jesus
Not saving
Christ.
throw. Check.
Oh, blah, boo. Okay, but it's still almost as good.
Still alive.
It's a 22.
It's still big, but I was like, Jesus, what?
that's
Mine
what she
total
said.
Would have been mine total would have been 27. Oh no, dex check would be what? 23,
Okay.
24. So
So all four of you swim through, and nothing like reaches out at you or grabs you, or it doesn't move anything. But you all are very careful not to touch it as you sort of pass through this section.
I'm getting like flashbacks of the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Super Nintendo game.
And you guys get sort of travel through here for a couple of minutes. The dome's still curving slightly upwards. And then you see a little bit ahead of you, as you're still being very careful not to touch this kelp, another change in what the kelp looks like.
Oh, Jesus
Ahead of
Christ.
you, you see a almost bright green, and this is sort of very thin and flat and like wide and almost like sort of paddle-like or maybe cloth-like, bandage-like maybe in appearance.
Oh, fuck.
What are y'all doing?
Can I start cutting my way through with my trident? Because I don't want to touch it.
The next stuff?
Yeah.
Okay, so as you approach the next section, does the 17 hit you?
It does not.
Okay.
Bring it on, you little bitches.
Now, you see this sort of type of kelp, as you get close to it, immediately starts sort of like kind of whipping at you almost, though you manage to keep swimming past it for a little bit without too much effect happening. As you keep swimming and sort of fending it off with your shield and trident. And the three of you see Zarn swimming ahead of you. What are you doing?
I'll go
I'm
after
following
him.
Zarn.
Okay.
Yeah.
Carter, does a 19 hit you?
Yep.
I need you to make a strength saving throw. Bree, does a 29 hit you?
Oh my god.
No.
And Norin, does a 25 hit you?
He's 15.
Okay, so I need
Modded
both of
20.
you to also make strength saving throws. Modded 20, Carter?
Yep. Yep.
You feel this
Oh, that's
this
good.
sort of strand. What's yours, Bree?
The 19 plus 1, 20.
19. Okay, cool. So, Bree and Carter, you're sort of swimming ahead. You feel this strand of kelp sort of reach up and wrap around you. Carter, it sort of gets you around the torso, and Bree around the leg, and you manage to break free and keep swimming past. Norin, you are less lucky. You seeing this happen and beginning to slightly panic and hyperventilate just ever so slightly as that acrid taste in the back of your throat gets heavier, and oh god, not this again. And then there's kelp suddenly around your midriff, and another strand around your forehead, and another strand around your legs, and it's wrapping you up, and it's starting to envelop you entirely.
I'm going
What
to
are you
polymorph
doing?
myself. Give me 1 second to figure out what I'm polymorphing to.
Okay, one
My
second.
gut says giant shark, but I don't know how big is the space in this dragon turtle.
Oh, it's huge.
Okay,
Like
so
like hundreds or thousands of feet. Like it would have
Oh.
qualified as an island.
Can I do something? Like as we're all going and like I see him being
I'll
wrapped up.
I'll let Norin go first, and then you,
Okay.
depending on what Norin does.
Yeah, I'm opening the app because apparently
It's a good person to ask.
I don't think I brought my monster.
Either her or
You're
Sarah.
turning into a giant shark, you said?
I'm looking at it. I think that's the
Yeah, I'm-
coolest, like the best thing I can turn into.
I don't know. Make a choice. You're in sort of like, oh god, what do I do? What do I do? So like
Yeah,
best
giant
thing
shark.
is
giant shark.
yeah. Okay,
Just
giant shark.
1000%. That's what I would do.
Cool. So all of
And
a
then I'll
sudden,
just turn, like roll in the water as I'm turning into a shark and trying to break the stuff off me.
go ahead and make another strength saving throw using the shark. That's a +6.
Yeah, I got it now. Strength save, that +4.
Okay, yeah,
So
you
50
managed
total.
to break free of the seaweed at this point. And you are now.
Now I'm a giant
So
shark.
as you guys turn around, you see what Warren once was a huge, in fact, shark. It's literally like 15 feet long.
And I have blind
You
sight.
guys know it's Norin because I'm not gonna deal with that bullshit right now. But for a moment, it's very
Oh my
unnerving.
god!
It's bright orange and red. Like it has a pattern on its skin that looks like feathers. You know.
And I need you four to make another Constitution saving throw. Norin, you make it as the shark.
Sick.
Fuck yes!
This plus 3.
That was not
A
bad.
10.
18.
The shark
Fucking-
is +5.
Yeah,
Th-
Two.
So I've
3
got a
nat 20s in a row on con checks.
I've got a +2 normally, so it's that number plus 3. So a 10
Oh, I
or a
see.
24 if we saw advantage.
Okay.
Is that a save or a
Norin-
check?
It's a save.
Okay, so that's a 20.
Okay. Norin and Carter. No major effects now, but you do both start to feel slightly ill.
Yay.
Just generally nauseous.
Can I cast a spell?
At this point, sure.
Yeah, as soon as I see this shit whipping around anybody, I shield of faith myself.
Okay, cool. So you have +2 to AC?
Yes, let me just hit the button.
Okay, cool. So you guys continue making your way through Norn as a shark, sort of doing your best to avoid this sort of kelp getting your way. You now come to another section that's in front of you. As you swim quickly, avoiding the green strands, you see in front of you sort of brown, almost rope-like strands with small thorns on it. What you doing?
Oh,
You
yeah,
sort of
yeah.
moving forward?
That looks familiar. I
Yep.
don't.
I,
Guess we have to.
I keep moving.
Like, I don't think we can do
Yeah.
anything else.
Okay. Zarn, does a 29 hit you?
Yes.
Okay. Carter, that's a 28. Bree, that's a 15.
Oh, that
And-
misses!
Norn, that's a 16.
Yeah, no, that hits me.
Okay. So everyone but Bree gets hit. This just sort of the several sort of ropes of kelp just sort of come out and slap at you. Bree, you manage to through a combination of just dodging and avoiding and just getting a little bit lucky with it, you know, catching boots and stuff instead of any skin, managed to avoid this. But the rest of you take 5 slashing damage and 5 poison damage, which you have resistance to. You're just at the tail end of it, and in fact, at this point, it wears off. So you take
Okay.
5 slashing damage and 2 poison damage.
So 7, so 8.
So a total of 7 damage. Sorry.
Total of 7. Yeah.
Would
cool.
would you mind if I move my token on just for it to make it easier for the things?
Sure, go for it.
Okay. Boop. Oh, hi there, Zon.
Bastards in your high.
Well, he's a shark right now.
Oh, that's true.
Well, and you got
He's a
that 10.
big ass shark.
You got that 10 temporary HP too.
Yeah.
Oh, we do.
Wait, was it
Yeah,
10 or
how long does
15?
Polymorph lasts, BB?
An hour?
It's gone then.
No,
It
no.
literally
That's
just
polymorph
did it
until like
5
2 minutes ago.
Oh,
Yeah.
so 10, 10 minus 7.
Yeah,
3.
concentration
Okay.
up to an hour.
Concentration of Shinar. Okay, I do
so
need
I think
you
the
to
concentration-
make a concentration check.
For 7 damage, what's the DC I'm trying to beat?
10.
Isn't polymorph also a concentration check?
Yeah,
That's
that's
what
what
he's
he's
checking
doing.
for.
That's literally what I'm doing.
Oh,
Zarn needs to do it.
I know, yeah.
Shield of faith, which he just did.
Yeah, you guys both succeed. Okay, so you guys continue moving forward, taking some damage from this sort of whip-like seaweed, basically. And finally, you come across, and now it changes once again to this sort of reddish, almost coiled kelp. It looks similar to the brown, but no barbs. But it looks almost like spring-like.
Before we get to it, can I do something?
What are you doing?
I want to whip the shield out, and I want to use Morm's flamethrower on it.
Okay, you'll be able to clear some of it as you move forward, but
That's
not all.
yeah, that's fine.
Okay,
just-
cool.
Get a little bit out of the way.
Cool. So you go ahead and do that, and it does actually. It's not fire. Again, all these sort of fiery effects you now see are coming out of sort of this superheated boiling water, basically.
Yeah.
And you watch as sort of a huge patch of this red coiled seaweed just sort of wilts in front of you. Okay. As the four of you move through, tell you what, I'm gonna give it disadvantage on these.
Yeah.
Zarn, does a 13 hit you?
No.
Okay, and that would be a natural one. Cool.
Woo!
Carter,
It whips its friend.
does a 22 hit you?
Yeah.
How about, oh look, another natural one. So you see sort of, you guys behind Carter watch as one of these sort of coils of seaweed reach out and grasp, sort of wrap around one of his limbs. Norin. Ooh, boy. Does a 24 hit you?
Yep. So 13 is a.
And another natural one. Jesus Christ. You also have one limb sort of wrapped up in this. And then Bree, 14
No!
and 17.
That is.
Okay, so 3 of you now have one limb sort of wrapped up in this. What are y'all doing?
I'm a shark. Do I have limbs?
It would
That's a good
have you
point.
by a fin.
Okay. I roll.
Okay, make a strength check for me.
13.
Yeah, okay, you just managed to pull yourself out of it. Green Carter, what are you doing?
I'm gonna try to shocking grasp it.
Oh.
Okay, roll an attack.
Uh-oh.
That's 15.
Okay, roll damage for me.
Okay, so target takes 2d8.
I see this going very badly.
13.
13. The shocking grasp, you managed, it sort of shocks it and the grip loosens just enough for you to slip out of it as you do so. Carter?
So I rolled 2, a 7 and a 6.
So if you wanted to just struggle out of it, that would be
I'd
athletics
let
or
you make
acrobatics.
an acrobatics check on that. Yeah. Just like a
Alright.
grapple check, basically.
Yeah.
Or to escape.
I had something else planned if you were going to say athletics, because that's not great.
No, either one is fine.
18.
Yep. You managed to just sort of slip yourself out of it, and the four of you continue forward, avoiding any this sort of kelp. And as you move forward, you see in front of you now, suddenly there is a clearing in this kelp. Sort of, it's odd, because everything you've been doing has been coming from right because of the orientation of the shell and where you are. And you can see growing out of the underside of the shell is what looks to be... It's a tree.
Damn it.
Neat.
A dead tree. You're not sure if it's branches or roots. You're not sure if there's a difference. You see a thick, dark trunk and curling branches or roots. You're not sure what, making its way out,
Like that?
spreading from the trunk. Basically, yeah. I
Okay.
mean, the tree's not nearly that large compared to
Yeah.
the turtle, but yes. Yeah, but like that. And there are no leaves, there is no foliage, and it appears to be still and unmoving. And Norin and Bree and Zarn, you recognize this tree. It looks awfully similar. Zarn, you've seen this once before.
Shit.
In the small town a little ways south of Ravenhold. And Bree and Norin, you've seen it twice. In that town and in Greenleaf. And we're going to cut the session there for tonight.
God damn it!
Damn it.
Look, we all knew that was coming.
I know, but
This
it's...
was a surprise.
I'm not happy about it.
Wow, there's not a centaur in front of it this time.
Well, give it some time. There could be a Murtor.
A Murtor. How does that even work?
Sinmer.
Well, it's half half
Half
horse.
turtle.
No, it's half finned horse, half merman.
It's
Or mermaid.
obviously a hippocampus, you morons.
That's a part of the brain.
It is.
What am I thinking of?
Hippogriff.
Hold on.
Hippogriff.
Hippogriff?
No, I'm not.
Hippopotamus. Hip-hop-opotamus.
Hold on.
Hippocrates.
Are your lyrics bottomless?
Crackers.
Yes.
I missplit the concords.
My lyrics are bottomless.
What? What?
There's something.
What?
Hippocampus, Greek mythology. Yeah, see, I knew it.
Oh, is it actually
Hippocampus.
hippocampus?
Yes, it is. I'm not wrong.
Okay.
Look at this shit.
Oh yeah, no, that totally makes sense. That's exactly.
The more constructive
That is the
criticism.
opposite. The opposite of what I was picturing, but yeah.
Huh.
Ooh.
But yeah.
Ooh, that's
So-
I was picturing the literal opposite of that, but yeah. That was,
Wait, so where's
So
this? Where's this thing?
So
No.
essentially that.
It's not actually there.
we're screwing around.
Oh,
yeah.
oh.
So essentially that, but instead of the horse head, it's like the human torso.
No, it's a fish head and a horse's body. Is what I was.
Ah, okay.
Which would be super efficient underwater.
Really,
Yeah.
really inefficient, but I mean, it's D&D. I have the ability to point
Interesting.
and fire, and I turned myself into a shark 5 minutes ago. Like, yeah.
Yay.
Cool. So, thanks everyone for watching. Hope you enjoyed it.
Yeah.
Tune in next week for something. Also, dice giveaway. Dice giveaway next week. Come on back, folks. There'll be a good old.
That's some neat shit.
Y'all come back now. Here.
Yeah.
Y'all come back now. You hear?
Thanks for watching, everybody.
Thanks for watching, everybody.
Bye.
Bye.